football. We are here with another episode of I Hate Fantasy Football. And guys, I still hate fantasy football. You two?
I love it.
I'm good.
Wait, Tom.
I'll be better at the end of the year.
Well, okay, just real quick introductions in case you forgot who we are. I am the captain. This is crazy MFJR. And that's Lefty? I don't remember what we landed on last year. All right, that's Tom. And so, Tom, you seem to be missing something.
I forgot my belt. I should have brought it.
Now, did you forget it? Or does somebody have it at your house?
Starts with an L.
And wouldn't let you bring
Wouldn't
it?
give it to you. It's possible that you've never actually held it, except for the time you picked it up. Just maybe.
All right, so
Maybe in my
Lisa,
closet.
Lisa, if you could please bring the belt to the draft so we can see it again, that would be great. Thank you. All right, so today, guys, I thought we'd talk about a couple of things. First off, we want to go over where everyone's drafting this year.
Okay, let's do it.
Real quick, the rundown of our draft order. Kevin gets to pick his draft spot based on his keeper. I would assume he's picking 10th, but we don't know. But based on that, we'll say
aside from Kevin.
Yeah, so we'll say it goes Jeff to start, then Keidel, Lisa, Gus, Ryan, Darren, Wahlberger, MFJR, Tom, and then Kevin at the end there.
Probably.
Looking at those first round keepers, I think a lot of us are actually going to be going to be picking in the first round, which is a little different than some previous years.
Yep.
Has been.
All right, so then there was a lot of trades last year.
There were.
There are a lot of people trying to mess up this league, trying to do some underhanded, dirty things to
It's creative.
underhanded, dirty things to mess this up so that we have to start over. And it backfired. Thanks, Tom.
What did I do that was so terrible?
Thanks, Tom.
No, you won the league.
I won,
so
yeah.
so that means that the league does not reset.
Right.
And all of those trades that everyone was making,
Yep.
well, they have to deal with it now.
You're still there.
So let's do a little bit of trade pick fallout, guys.
All right.
Round one is just a normal, everyone picks or
Okay.
keeps where they're going to be.
Good.
Okay.
And then round two, we start to go a little crazy. So in round two, both Gus and Jeff picked up an extra pick. So they've got 2 picks in round two. Myself, the captain, and Jordan Wahlberger does not have a pick in round two. Remember that name. Round three, we've got Keidel, Ryan, and Gus each having 2 picks. Lisa, Tom, and Wahlberger have none. So guys, right here at the round 3, we've got Wahlberger not having a pick unless he picks somebody in the first round.
Sure.
And then we've got Gus having 4 picks already. 5 picks already in the first 3 rounds.
5 in the first 3, yeah.
Yeah, what's gonna happen there?
Well, he's still going to be at school, so we're going to auto draft for him.
Yes.
So
The computer has extra picks, is what we're basically saying.
yeah, he's going to get a lot of Patriots and Packers.
I don't want to give Patriots and Packers.
Oh,
Those are
there's
good
plenty
teams.
of Patriots and Packers that he can have.
All right, sounds good. All right, let's move on real quick here to round 4. In round 4, Keidel's got 2 picks. Tom gave his pick over to Keidel, so Tom doesn't have one.
That's fine.
Gus and Keidel in round 5 have picked up an extra pick. Wahlberger and Lisa don't have a pick in round 5. Are we seeing the same names over and over
There's
here?
a couple, yeah.
Gus has picked up a lot of picks, and somebody's lost a lot of picks. Weird. Round 6, shockingly, is going to be a normal round. Everyone's got their own picks there.
Nobody traded a 6th.
Well, not yet.
There's still time.
Still,
We'll move on to round 7, where Ryan's got 2 picks, Wahlberger has none. There's that name again. And then from that point on, the draft runs normal. So, just to quickly sum it up, we'll go through this real quick here. Gus has 2 picks in round 2, 2 in round 3, 2 in round 5. In the first 5 rounds, Gus will have 8 players on his team. Keidel, the same, pretty similar, has 2 picks in round 3, 2 picks in round 4, 2 picks in round 5. So again, in the first 5 rounds, Keidel will have 8 players on his team. Jeff's got an extra pick in round 2. Ryan has 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 7th. So whatever. Some extra picks there.
Yeah.
Is it going to help him?
No.
Who's going to benefit more, Keidel or Gus?
I'm going to say Keidel because
I would agree.
Traditionally, Gus has benefited from the players that he's kept, not the players that he's drafted. It's always been the core of his team that's continued to help him win a lot up until last year. So the guys he's drafted, he got lucky on a couple of them, but it was primarily that Green Bay core that he hung on to and then keeping Gronk for a few years too. Those are the guys that propelled him forward, and he doesn't have any of those guys.
He doesn't have that Green Bay core.
No, they're all gone. So Keitel manages to draft well and occasionally keep well, and then trades them mid-season right before they get good, so that I can win. But
that's right.
So actually,
he's actually helped the last 2 champions.
I think in retrospect, it's actually going to help me win.
So what you're saying is that I should probably trade with Keitel at some point this season to get a.
You can do that.
Yes.
All right, real quick, the opposite way. Losing picks. I've lost one in round 2. Lisa's lost a pick in round 3 and round 5, so she's down a couple picks there. Tom doesn't have a pick in round 3 or 4. Also lost a couple of picks. But here's my favorite. Wahlberger. Wahlberger does not have a pick in round 2, in round 3, in round 5, or in round 7. So he means he is picking in round 1, probably keeping somebody. It means he's going to pick in round 4, which he's probably keeping somebody. And he gets to pick, maybe make his very first pick in round 6. I love it. Not having any of those picks available to him, he can only keep one of Fournette, Gronk, Evans, or Freeman. So that's a lot of guys that are going to get picked up in the first round right there.
Yep.
And picking in round 4, Julio Jones, probably is going to be his keeper there.
Pretty obvious.
Safe bet.
So I think that Wahlberger, maybe we'll call you about halfway into the draft.
Realistically, it's just for round 6, and then I think he's got one more keeper in round 8.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. And then so
he
round
doesn't really
9,
get going until 9.
Yeah.
So halfway through the draft.
Just
6,
text in your
6,
pick.
9. Well, at least we don't have to worry about any iPad connectivity issues. So
And because of this, Wahlberger will actually take us into the farthest round that we have ever had.
We're going to see the 20th round.
He's going to make his last pick in round 20.
Now imagine if he hits on that pick, and next year it's a round 19 keeper.
We need
An
to go
off the
over
board
that.
keeper that does a round that doesn't even exist.
I don't know how to work on that.
You can record it.
Yeah. All right, so lots of extra picks, lots of guys without picks. So who's going to be hurt the most, besides Wahlberger, by not having picks?
By not having picks, I mean, everybody gets hurt by not having picks, but there's still a lot of time left between the drafts. So I still think there's going to be some player movement because there's a few teams that I don't think have great keepers. There's a few teams with too many keepers. So with all those extra picks floating around, I think that there's going to be some room to maneuver in. And so I don't know. It's yet to be borne out who's actually going to benefit or not. Obviously, the people with picks have more assets to trade with than the people without. So
More what?
I would agree.
Assets. Okay.
I feel like it's July 24th right now as we record this, and there's absolutely going to be trades made between now and draft day. Right now, quite
4
honestly,
weeks.
a lot of people just aren't paying attention. And so
Including me.
they'll plug in another 2 or 3 weeks and things will change.
So Tom, we were talking before, we were looking at the keeper list, and we were saying that there's looking at a draft, you really just need a core of guys, and
Right.
hopefully you start off with those keepers. Who were you looking at as a strong keeper list?
I mean, I see there's a handful of obvious keepers. I think Michael Thomas in round 14 for Lisa. I think Josh keeping Le'Veon Bell in round 3. Juju in round 8 for Gus. To me, there's a handful of guys like that. But I agree. I think on draft day, you look at your team on draft day and you look at your team at the end of the season, and they don't tend to look the same. If you can hit on 3 or 4 guys, maybe 5 guys if you're lucky on draft day, I think you're in good shape if you manage the waiver wire in your fab throughout the season and make trades.
But what if you don't draft really well and then you don't do well with fab? How's that work out?
You don't want to combine those two. You really, you got to do something good at some point.
Because we looking at, whose team was it earlier we were looking at that drafted their first 4 picks?
So it's a guy who's finished last,
Oh.
before, and
Was it Ryan?
it's
I think it was Ryan. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We should review Ryan's early picks just
So
for fun.
just for fun, last year, Ryan drafted Amari Cooper in the first round. He then picked up Leonard Fournette, so that was pretty good.
Okay.
But then got Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Oh, second round.
Yeah, second round. So he's a
Marshawn
first
Lynch.
round keeper this year if anybody's interested in trading for him. Keenan Allen in the third round, probably the best pick that he had all season. Good. But followed that up with a Martavius Bryant and had somebody else in there that was really a gem. So thanks, Ryan.
All right.
Thanks for playing.
I'm glad he was in our league.
Somebody please text Lauren to let him know that he drafted well.
Anyway, so let's move on. Back to our keepers. So who do we have with good keepers. Who does it look like?
So I actually think that, Darren, you have a lot of solid keepers to choose from.
Heck yeah, I do.
I think Melvin Gordon has always been a favorite of mine. Tom's as well.
I've always hated him.
Yep.
Still bitter.
And you can choose between Melvin Gordon or Dalvin Cook in the second round. So both of those are pretty solid. Tom Brady in the 4th, I think, is good. Tyreek Hill in the 7th is good. And then an Alvin Kamara and Kenyon Drake sandwich in the 8th. Between all those guys, there's some value, and it's not super high value. There's, the second round pick is a little higher, but those are, guys that are potentially first round picks in a redraft league, getting them in the second round with a depleted amount of picks to choose from. I think that's all really, really solid. I actually like Wahlberger's keepers. It's just he doesn't have any other picks to go around them. Like the 3 guys he can keep are very good. He's just going to not have anybody else.
I wonder who he's going to keep in that first round.
Probably maybe
I guess
Fournette. I don't know.
Fournette.
A young running back. I don't know.
I bet
We'll
he
see.
keeps Gronk.
It's possible too, but we'll see. So hard to tell. Jordan, who are you keeping?
Was it supposed to answer? All right.
It's
Anyway,
a live chat, right? Isn't that what we're doing? Facebook living this?
Josh, I think you've got some pretty good keepers.
I think so too.
You've got those, you got Zeke and Bell, who
Yeah.
are top 5 in everybody else's redraft league.
Pretty good.
That's
Yep.
pretty good. Who else do you have? McKinnon.
I also have Jared
Oh,
McKinnon
and
in
Ertz
the 8th and
and
Zach
Ertz.
Ertz in the 12th. So I got a few people to choose from.
All right.
Seems like Elliott, Bell, and Ertz are pretty obvious. Like
Maybe.
that's
We'll
pretty much
see.
what
I'm
we do there.
waiting to see maybe a couple preseason games and if Lev Bell's going to report or not.
Doesn't matter.
Probably not.
Guys, thanks for another great episode.
Yep. Looking forward to a good season.
Looking forward to a fun draft.
Yep.
Looking forward to seeing all those
Always
faces
great.
there
Yeah,
again.
always.
And we'll see you next time.